Hey there. Happy Sunday. Hey, Jay. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? How's y'all weekend been? Hey, Jay. Uh-oh, let me move this. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Forgiven. You have fun. And the ladies the other night when Liddy stopped bumping her gums. Felicia is a sweetheart. Tia didn't say much. The other was quiet. That's the dynamic. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Turn that off. I will share why I'm getting phone calls anyway. And let me text because I don't want them to be concerned. Hold on a second. She's texting me. Um, Hold on, y'all. Okay, I will share why in a minute because this is part of the reason I still wanted to go live. Hey, girl, dad. Hey, E. You on time? You beat Big Dog Rich from speaking. I see he's in here though. Hey, LP. Hey, Big Dog Rich. Did you enjoy your birthday? My birthday's tomorrow. That was just my live because I go live on Fridays. And I didn't want to do it part of my Sunday live. But my birthday is actually on the 10th. Hey, at Silverback. I know. I know, LP. Yeah, they've been sending me stuff when it's been jumping. I get little emails from YouTube. So I did know it was getting there. I didn't know it was at that particular number. I think that's what it shows you guys. I think it's I don't know, let me look before I say that. It could be like one person away for all I know. I am 9 subs away from 4K. 9 subs. All right. But I'm excited. Thank you, LP, for noticing though. Hi, Miss Kia. Hey, Fifi. How you doing, sis? How's everybody doing? And look, I ain't even behind. Look at that. It is a great way to start the new year. It is. I don't know who that was on Friday. Me either, Silverback, and you won't see her again because I was so mad at myself. I was miserable. I was like, I'm never doing it again. It ain't happening again. So be glad y'all saw it. I'm just saying, cause listen, whew, and y'all, when that camera went off, I was still right here for a while. I told y'all this. I was holding myself up. I was not making it up. I was here for a minute. I had to get my bearings together because I was not. I was not okay. I was not. But I am okay today. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, I almost canceled my live because I have life happening. And then I was like, actually, I wanted to have my live because I had the topic already was grateful and thankful. And it just I just was like, you know what, I feel like this thing that's happening still I am still grateful and thankful in spite of. Man, I am Silverback. I'm leaving it to the grown folks. It ain't for me. You're not drinking anymore either. Now let me stop telling. See, terrible. Hi, Miss Cassandra. Happy Sunday. So how's y'all weekend been? Because I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm gonna fair warn you. I'm gonna bring down your spirits a little bit when I share with them. when I share. No, I thought you said something else. I was going to say, Thomas, there's no way you would know this thing. But I read it too quick. No. Do you want me to stop? Does it bother you? It doesn't bother me. No. Did I not like, I don't know. No, it doesn't bother me. Hey, Mr. BS. Hey, Angela. I hope you enjoy my. Yes, I have enjoyed the birthday weekend. Her cutting her TP right now, drinking. Hell, you so wrong. I did have a good weekend. Yesterday, I drove to Michigan with some friends, and we had lunch while we were there. And actually, it was really good. It was really good. I was very impressed. Hey, Carbon. Um, and but it's a nice little drive. It's a 2.5 hour drive to where we went. Hey, AK lover, happy Sunday. So, how's everybody doing? How was y'all weekend? And today I haven't done much. I did a little bit out in the garden space, I'll say. And yes, I did some content while I was out there. So it will be dropping what I was out there doing. And that's about it so far, you know. And nobody told me the time was changing. Look, I got caught off guard. I don't pay attention as much as I used to that stuff. But when I got in my car and my cell phone didn't match, and I said, "Oh, the time changed." Thank you, STD. Look at the smell. Oh, no disrespect, none taken. Hey, Chastity, happy Sunday. So, y'all, yep, Q in the house. Didn't even have to, yep, didn't have to shake the bushes. So, probably it's what 6:30 now. So, probably about 4 hours ago. No, I'm going to go back. So, a couple months ago, I don't even know if I've shared about it at all in any of my conversations on here. But a couple months ago, my baby brother went into the hospital, and me and him are a year apart. And um, there was just like no rhyme or reason to what was going on with him. He was having seizures like every single day, and they couldn't figure out why. And then he just started having some other issues because it was something going on where he wasn't swallowing properly, so he couldn't eat or drink anything. Then they were giving him nutrition, of course, through. They started out doing it through the nose, like the tube through the nose to the belly, and then they ended up putting a feeding tube in him. And then he was just having one issue after another. So about 4 hours ago, I got a phone call from my older brother. Hey, Miss Rachel, that my baby brother's heart stopped and they were going to do CPR. So I said, okay, I'm on my way. So I head up to the hospital. And as soon as I pull into the parking garage, my brother calls me. Well, before that, he calls me back and tells me that they got his heart back going. And they found the pulse, got his heart back beating and everything. And then once I got to the hospital, when I was in the parking garage, he called me back and he had passed. His heart had stopped again and he passed. So thank you, Miss Kia. So I still wanted to do my live though, because first of all, I grew up in a time where your sibling, well, in my house, we were all pretty close. Me and my older brother are 7 years apart, and my baby brother and I are just a year apart. And when I tell you, me and my baby brother through our younger years, I am, hey GT, hey Unbiased. I am the middle child. I'm also a Pisces. If you know anything about zodiacs, I am the peacemaker. I'm the sibling who always wants everybody to get along and all those things. Now I didn't have to get into the middle of me and the two brothers because my older brother is so far apart in age. He listen. There was no bumping of the heads really with either of us with him because he was in another, he was with older cousins and friends as he was coming up. But me and my baby brother is a Gemini, and he is true to the zodiac of a Gemini. He's like a Sour Patch Kid. That's how I always described him as I got older anyway. And I'm like, he's like a Sour Patch Kid. Like he could be the sweetest 1 second, and it's like literally a switch, and he could be a whole different person within the same conversation with this man. But as kids, we bumped heads a lot. Like we fought like cats and dogs because he just had a bad temper. But I'm the kind of person that I don't back down from nothing. So we just go at it. And it got to the point where my older brother stopped breaking us up because he was like, he got sick of it. He was like, I'm sick of breaking up. Y'all go ahead and kill each other. But as we got older, when we got into our teen years, it was a total different relationship with us. It was really the very younger years. Very different relationship with us. So, we always had a good relationship. And that's why I wanted to still have my life, because I'm like, I'm still grateful for the relationship that I have with my siblings, where we're never, I can't remember one time in our adult years where we've been beefing with each other, like where we're not speaking, mad at each other. It doesn't happen with us. Like we bump heads on stuff. Don't get me wrong. We don't all agree on everything all the time, but I've never left one of their houses or they left my house and had an attitude with each other, like stormed out or anything. Never. We don't go at it enough for that. Like it's like we disagree and move on. It's more like that. Hey Veggie Farm, how am I written sus grandma? Hey TT. Yes, be careful out there, girl. And so it's just always been that way with us. I kind of mother hen my brothers a lot. I used to anyway. I don't do it so much anymore. But I used to kind of mother hen them, even my older brother, to the point that one of my nephews thought I was the oldest and I almost strangled him. Because I was like, excuse me? How old you think I am? Because he knew how old his dad was. So I'm like, I am offended. Your dad's 7 years older than me. I might act like the oldest, but I am not. Thank you, Big Reg. Thank you, Chastity. But yeah, I still remember that day like it was yesterday. Like, excuse me, sir. He's like, ain't you the oldest? No. Why would you think such a thing? Shut up, Tia. But I did. I used to mother hen them because listen, yeah, if y'all not an only child and you have siblings, you know that sometimes y'all could come up in the same house under the same guidance and be totally opposite of the house that you came up in. And that was both my brothers. The life that they chose in the house that they came up in is so wild to me. I'd be like, how? We grew up in a normal 2-parent home, just a normal home, and they chose different ways of life. I just say that. But it just never made sense to me. But again, I'm the sister that's just gonna tell them like it is. I'm gonna love them anyway because they my brothers. And I used to tell the people in their life that, like, those are my brothers. So when they was dating somebody and going through something, I'm like, look, you ain't got to deal with them because they not connected. But they're my brothers. I'm gonna still love them regardless. But if wrong is wrong, if they ain't doing you right, then cut them loose. Let them go. But yeah, I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with my siblings and with my family. I have a very close knit family on my mother's side of the family. I'm not saying I'm not close with my family, my relatives on my um father's side. I'm not as close, but and the sad part is just because when we got grown, we all kind of went our separate ways. And that's really all it is. If I see them, it's like, hey, or whatever, but I don't see a lot of my cousins on my father's side as much as I do on my mother's side. Plus, they don't have as many like reunions, family reunions and stuff. And child, for the longest, we had them annually with my mom's side, my mom's mother's side. Um, but yeah, we are pretty close to where some of my cousins are more like siblings than cousins. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, like I said, anyway. Hey, Shanae, how are you? Happy Sunday. I feel like I might have missed somebody else coming in. Um, just because, even when things are going on in life, like when you lose someone close to you, and I know there's some people in the chat who are mourning the loss of someone that they really cared about. And I know personally some people in the chat that recently have gone through that. And it's tough. Trust me. I tell people the same thing. Don't let nobody tell you how long you should be mourning the loss of somebody that you care for. Because it's different for every person. Some people can, go through their emotions and just move on. And some people, they're going to have several moments because there's lots of memories with that person. Like with my mom, I remember, every day, every year around the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, there was always something happening with us to gravitate either to my mom's house or everybody come to my house. And so when the holidays would come around, I would kind of get into like a somber mode and didn't even know it. I wouldn't even notice it. I think I was just fine. But when I recognized it for the fact that it was getting around the holidays. And I won't, miss those gatherings. And I sound like your daughter. I miss those gatherings and us getting together and just being silly and hanging out with my mom and her making all the things that she knows that we love, and all those things, So I just I get away, and even now I do, but now I recognize it and I talk about it. So there's some people in this world who get a phone call sometimes and be like, hey, I just need to talk to somebody. I'm having a day. So, and they, they'll hear it out because it's like that sometimes. You can't hold in everything and heal. You can't. There's healing in talking about things, y'all. There is healing in sharing things. I know sometimes it's hard because you can't trust everybody with those things, with your feelings, but there is healing in that and just getting it out, So I've always tried to be a good listener to anybody in my life. So when someone calls me with something, I just try to be there, if I can. So I've always tried to be that person because I know it's necessary and I know it's needed. And sometimes people just need someone that they can be open and talk about some things with, and that helps them to heal. So yeah, but like I said, I just still wanted to get on here because I am thankful. I'm grateful for having the memories that I do. It hurts because he is the baby. I told one of the nurses that today because my older brother, I think, is taking it a little heavier than I am. At least he outwardly does, I should say. And that's how he deals with his emotions. And I kind of told the nurse that because he could be kind of a lot. And I think he hurt her feelings. I noticed her crying. And I was like, did my brother just make you cry? Did he upset you? And she said, no, I'm just, sorry for y'all loss. And I'm like, you're not crying about our loss, honey, because I know you have no emotional tie there. And I was like, listen, he is not okay the way he just spoke. I said, but I do know that that's how he deals with his emotions, but it doesn't make it okay for him to hurt your feelings in doing that. He was frustrated because he doesn't understand the hierarchies when it comes to jobs. And it's like she was in a position where she couldn't tell us certain things, and that was irritating him. But she had to get the people who could talk to us and tell us things because she couldn't. And instead of him just recognizing that, he kind of, yeah, took his emotions out on her. Thank you, AK Lover. I hope so because I know that it can be rough. The whole thing of it can be rough, and sometimes you don't have that bond with the people who are all affected by the loss, and that makes it even harder. If we didn't have the bond that we have, hey, bro, it would be harder for us. It definitely would because we lost our mom, we lost our dad last year. Nope, that's a lie. We lost him in 2023. And my mom's only sister passed in 20. When did the pandemic happen? 2020? She passed in 2020, right before the whole thing came out about that. And so all the aunts and people who were closest to us are gone. It was just us. And now it's just me and my older brother. So it sucks because my baby brother is only 46. So yeah, it sucks. And I kind of told her that. I was like, I think it's hard because he's the oldest and this is our baby brother that we're losing. So yeah. And Broke, I know you came in late. Hey, Urban. Urban came in late. I was sharing that my baby brother passed away today. So I was just sharing some of the memories, some of the things that I'm grateful for. And us, our memories with him. And that was the thing that we did too. Even when it was the three of us, we sat around and just laughed about all the things we did coming up. I was the good kid, by the way. I wish my mom was here to tell y'all that I was, because I absolutely was. I used to tell my brothers that they were adopted because they got in all the trouble. But I was, which is so mean to say, but I wouldn't be their sister if I didn't. And I used to tell them this. I would, because it's the truth. I was the only planned pregnancy. I was the only one. And they would be like, no, you wasn't. I was like, go ask mama. I was the only planned one. My baby brother came right behind me. Yeah. You know that checkup? No, I don't know if it was that soon, but it was close because his birthday is in June and he was born a year after me. So it was very close. Very close. But I used to tell them that all the time that he they were I was the planned pregnancy, which is why I'm the good kid. Now I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about why I was the good kid, because I really was. Let me tell y'all the truth about why. I saw them get their butts beat for doing stuff. I don't want them kind of problems. My mom was 5 foot sneeze. Like we gonna say 5'1". Okay, y'all know what I mean. Cause some people who be 5 feet, but they try to claim that next little inch. That's my mom. But she wasn't nobody to play with. My brothers did not play with her. They did not try her. Thank you, Urban. Thank you, everybody. I know I'm missing some Bright shouldn't Irish twins, but I didn't want them problems. Listen, I know it wasn't that I didn't get caught. I wasn't even trying to have the stories I could tell about the boys. I did not want I didn't want no smoke. My mom scared me. She scared me. I'm like, my baby brother was 6'3" and has been 6'3" since he was 12. Okay? 6'3", full beard goatee, full 12. To the point, because he was athletic, he played basketball, he ran track, and he played football every year. To the point that the other coaches always asked to see his birth certificate because they didn't believe how old he was. Okay? I've seen her take care of 6'3" when he got out of line. Okay. I don't need that kind of smoke in my life. Thank you, LGG. I didn't even see you come in. Hey. Listen, if my mother was still on this earth, she would scare me still too, TT. Listen, I didn't even raise my tone with her, even if I was frustrated with something. And I can have conversations with her. I had a very close relationship with my mom. Very, very, very close. And 12 with a beard and goatee, honey. Full, thick. But I think we get that from my dad's side because all of them have had thick hair. You know, I that's why I think my hair is so thick and full and all that. Yeah, I think we got that from my dad's side. But listen, we didn't play. Didn't play with her or about her. Okay? Either one. Now my baby brother, he was the one who he got away with a lot, and babies do. But you know how like I couldn't suck my teeth. I couldn't huff because I didn't like I got mad about something. Like she would snatch me up in a quick second. My baby brother would get away with all that. But he was the one that no matter how much she got on him, he's still gonna do some stuff. He was just that child. But he would get away with that kind of stuff. But I remember one time he did call himself getting a little elevated in his tone to my mom. And me nor my older brother played that. So I didn't really even get to, hey Tien, to deal with it because my older brother was in his face before anybody could blink. And my mom's like, no, chill out. Da, 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 da. But yeah, it's been a couple times that she's had to tell me the same thing when it happened when it dealt with my baby brother because I'm like, it wasn't in my situation. It was never with disrespect so much, but he is annoying. He was annoying. And he was just annoying that particular day. And I snapped because I was like, Mama needs to sleep. You need to shut up. He just kept talking and he was loud. And I was like, you need to shut up. Just go to sleep. He was like, I love you, sis. I'm sorry. I'm like, quit telling me you're sorry. Just shut up. I'm telling you, he was a lot. But I'm happy for the memories. I am thankful and grateful for that. And that they are good memories. That's what I'm most grateful for, that they are good memories. Hey, I can remember all the way back to us being 2, 3 years old. Not me being 2, him being 2. I can remember when I was like 3, 4 years old with my baby brother because we were that close in age. So we took naps together. I sucked my thumb, y'all, till I was like 12. And I sucked my thumb till I was 12. I ain't even gonna tell you why. But I did. I sucked my thumb till I was 12. He was the kind of kid who would rock when he was a baby. He would rock to sleep. So we took naps together. So he would rock, and that would make me fall. I would suck my thumb. I would fall asleep to him rocking until he fell asleep. But we grew up very, very close. And like when I was going through, you know how you go through that stage where the dark scares you, I would sleep in his room on his floor. I'm like, I'm coming to your room. And I take my blanket in there and get to sleep on the floor in his room because I'd be scared to sleep by myself. So we did. We grew up really close. Even with my older brother being as old as he is, older than us than he is, we are really close. So I am grateful for that. Because that means my mom did the right thing. She made sure my mama was 4'11" and I'm 6 foot. My dad was 6 foot though. He was 6'1". So that's where I think my baby brother gets his height from. And like I told y'all, my mom was We're gonna say 5'1" because I don't need her to be, penetrating those eyes on me from heaven. So, but yeah, but my dad was tall, so he definitely got the height from him. Thank you, Farmer Marshall. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk through that, you know, on the live because I was like, you know what? At first, like I said, I was gonna just cancel it, and I was like, no, because I'm not. Of course, I'm sad that I'm losing my sibling. Don't get me wrong, but I've had 2 months to kind of know. I kind of knew, so it's not, and I know it doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't make it better just because you know. But I had months to kind of settle with what I knew was coming because the signs have been there for a while for us. Even my older brother is the same. We knew, he was out there. I told him, I said, at this point, them nurses is just happy you're not coming out there anymore. Because he was a lot. Like he was snapping at people so much. And I'm like, you got to stop doing this. Like, calm down. You're going to give yourself health issues because you stressing yourself about stuff that is not even stuff you should be stressed about. It's just who he is. It is. But yeah. But I wanted to share that because I'm like, I know sometimes people are going through things. And like I said, sometimes we don't talk through it. And talking through it is healing. It is. Because I didn't talk through losing my mom. And it's still hard for me to talk about. So I'm not going to talk about it. But I didn't talk through that. So, yeah. That part, Urban. That part. And we kind of, like I said, we kind of knew just by what we were seeing in um, his health, what was happening with him. Hey, Howard J. Um, he the upside is that when we were out there, a lot of times we probably up until about 3 weeks ago, he was alert. He was communicating. Thank you, Shanae, and everything. So we would sit and talk. He was laughing, being silly. We couldn't understand everything that he was saying because weirdly enough, like his how he talked was like someone who had a really, really severe stroke, but he did not have a stroke. He had been tested for those who don't know, when you have a stroke, that happens from, I believe, a blood clot. And usually when you have a stroke, there's going to be signs of it because when they do the CT scan, or maybe it's the MRI, one of them, they will see blood around the brain. And that's how they confirm that it's a stroke. He did not have a stroke. He had no infection in him. I mean, they ran every test they can think of, and just could not explain why he was having seizures like he was. But he had a seizure at one point where he vomited, and because he was not swallowing correctly, it went into his lungs, and seemed like everything went. I thought it was a clot. Because yeah, but ever since then, it's like things started going a little left. So yeah. But I agree, Urban. I'd rather know so I can spend as much time with that person. And that was another thing that I thought about when I thought about continue to do the live. Thank you, Miss Cheryl. I didn't even see you come in. Is that love on your people and let people know how you feel about them often. Don't wait until something is wrong. Don't allow grievances to keep you from speaking to somebody. If you care about them, I'm a twofold type person. So I have people in my life that I may not speak to anymore. I'm not going to say I don't dislike them, but I just don't really care. And I know that seems harsh, but I don't. But the people who, and it's not a lot of them, but there are some people like that for me. But the people that I care about, I don't even have to worry about the spending as much time with them thing because I am always letting people know um, what they mean to me, that I appreciate them, and things like that. So I just always try to do that. Like, if I, don't get me wrong, I fall out with people, cousins or whoever, friends. But if it's somebody I care about, I'm not going to let time go between me having the attitude about this thing and me speaking to that person. Because from the moment that that thing happened, that disagreement, to whatever time you let pass to speak to somebody, there's a lot of stuff that can happen in that time frame. So that's one thing I'm grateful for with my brothers. Like, I don't remember ever a time that we weren't speaking to each other. Ever. Ever. And I'm just like that, period. When my mom got sick, I did not like I was always close to her. My memories of her are always, if I dream about her or anything, it's always the things that we did. Me sitting at the edge of her bed just chatting about whatever. Us riding in my car going somewhere to do some crazy stuff that she wants to do. Things like that. Us being on the phone and I'm fussing at her about one thing or another. Like, all those type of things. That's how my memories are when I think about her, because that's what we were like. That's how we were. It was always, I talked to her every single day, most times multiple times a day. And if I didn't hear from her by, like, if I was at work and I hadn't heard from her all day, I'm going to call her and say, is there a problem? No, why? What's wrong? I don't know why I haven't heard your voice today. I absolutely will. I'd be like, I don't know why you haven't called. You think you've grown or something? That would be me. Because she wasn't grown either. But yeah, definitely make sure you let people know and don't hold on to stuff. It's not worth it. I know sometimes we do, especially if you're like someone who always, is the person who usually squashes whatever it is, and you're sick of being that person. Be that person, because it's a lot when something happens that's unexpected and you haven't had time to make peace with something that you felt like was really petty, but you didn't want to be the one to squash it. So squash it. Like I told my brother today when we left the hospital, I'm like, we are lucky. Like, most people can't say that they have this type of relationship between their siblings with all of them. And don't get me wrong, they are not perfect. I am. No, I'm not perfect either. But we just always did. We came up close and we stayed close. We always have. We are each other's keeper. So I'm grateful for that. I have good siblings and good cousins, because I got cousins that are just as close. Just as close. So yeah. So now that I brought down everybody, how's everybody doing? I am okay, guys. Just so you know, I am okay. My brother is okay. We just left each other maybe an hour ago, and I think he probably has all his kids around him right now, so he'll be fine. He's kind of been spending more time at the hospital than me because I have to work. So he's been like keeping me updated when I'm at work and stuff. And then I try to stop by and check in on him and stuff like that. But he's been out there the most. So I was really worried about that with him, but he's doing okay. Y'all are very close in your family. That's awesome. That's it's such a good thing. And I know everybody doesn't have it. I had some very close friends in my life who didn't. And that's when I didn't know that everybody didn't family dynamic wasn't like that. I was in high school when I noticed it and I was like, oh, I guess everybody is not the same. But I was in high school and I was like, oh wow, I am okay, Fifi. Thank you. It is fresh. It is. Um, I didn't bring anyone down. I encouraged you. Good. God, family, friends in that order. Yep. Yep. I hope I hope that everyone could take something from this conversation. Hey Jova. And if there is something that's been on your heart that's, had you kind of, I don't know, at odds with someone that you care about, squash it. Squash it, people. It's not worth it. And friends, Urban, and friends. But yes, good reminder to appreciate family while you have them. Absolutely. Thank you, Jova. Because listen, I miss heavily still my mom. Heavily. And it's been almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in 2028 that she's been gone. And it was, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't talked through that one. Still not ready. That one still feels fresh. Whew. Hey, Ro. How you doing, sis? Yes, me too, Urban. Me too. And that's a good thing. It is. It is. Because I think of her often because of I'm who I am because of her. So, and I really am. So y'all can thank her for who I am. Because I really am who I am because of her. You still tell your secrets? I still talk to mine. Yeah, I do. I still talk to her all the time. And I have dreams look, that's just the Pisces in me, y'all. I don't know how much people believe in zodiac stuff, but this has been me my whole life. I have dreams, and my dreams are a lot of times either a vision of something that is actually happening, and when I say that, like I used to have the pregnancy dreams all the time. I don't have them as much anymore at all. But when I was in my 20s, I had them a lot. And it was always someone um, that I knew. Either it was someone that was close to me or someone that was close to me, like sibling or child or something. And I could always figure out who it was if I thought through it. But it would scare people because they'd be like, "How did you know we haven't told anybody?" I had a dream, and I would know how far along they were because in my dream, I'm the person pregnant, and I have been anywhere from taking a pregnancy test and finding out I'm pregnant to darn near delivering a baby. I have been through all the stages in a dream. So I can always tell even how far along that person is. And if the person hasn't told anybody and they're almost delivering, they're close to delivering. So with my mom, I've had some dreams where she's talking to me, and she's one time, and it was for my baby brother at that. She was talking to me one day. She called me, and it was on a landline, y'all, in the house that I grew up in. And this was maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. But she called the phone in my dream. I answered the phone and she was like, I just called to tell y'all to be careful when you leave today because the roads are bad. And I was like, the roads are bad. She was like, yeah, it's been icing and stuff all day. So I look out the door and it's sunny. and the everything is clear. Like it's no snow, no rain, no nothing. It's sunny. I was like, well, Mom, it's fine over here. The sun's out and everything. She was like, well, you need to tell your brothers what I said. Y'all be careful while y'all out there because it's bad out there. And I was like, okay, kind of like that. Okay, Mom. All right. And so I get off the phone with her. When I woke up that morning, I remembered exactly the dream. That's how I know when there's a message in the dream, because most dreams I have, I won't remember. If I remember it verbatim, there's a message in it. And I've had a lot, y'all. So I remember calling my older brother. I am closer to my older brother because he always fathered me, just like I mothered them. But we had that real closeness up for a long time. And I remember calling him and saying, hey, I'm just checking to see if you're okay. And he was like, yeah, I'm good. What's up? I was like, nothing. I just was checking on you. And I told him about the dream I had. He was like, yeah, I don't know what she was talking about. I'm good, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, okay. So instead of calling my baby brother, I text him and I said, hey, I'm just checking to see if you're all right. He was like, yes, I'm good. I was like, all right, I just wanted to check on you. I'll talk to you later, and left it at that. I promise y'all, I did not sleep for days, not soundly. I kept like something just was not sitting well with me. And I remember telling somebody, like, I feel like I'm supposed to tell my brother this dream. And I wasn't obedient because my mama told me to tell both of them. I only told the one and I didn't tell the other. And so I ended up calling my other brother and my baby brother and telling him the dream. And I was like, the other day when I text you, that's why I was checking on you, but I didn't want to tell you about the dream because I didn't want him to freak out. And I said, but I haven't been able to sleep, and I know it's because I wasn't obedient. So I tell him the dream, and he's like, all right, sis, I know what you're talking about. I said, okay, I don't need to know the details. I just know that's what Mama said. And I promise you, he knew what she was talking about. Whatever he was doing, he knew what she was talking about. I'm just saying, hey, Tommy Bites, how you doing, sis? So, but that's been me my whole life. I have them here and there. I don't have them as much as I used to, but I do still have them. I have had one fairly recent. And I always know, like I said, if there's a message for someone in it, it's because I won't forget the dream. When I wake up, I'll remember it verbatim, and it will bother me until I get the message to the person it's intended to be given to. So that's who I am. I just learned something else about me. But yes, and that's real. Even though some people don't believe in it, it's absolutely real. And I have people who can give you testimony to it of things that I've told them that there's no way I can know, but I knew it. So there's that. Once I see you eating fish in my dream, you're pregnant. Oh, you see people eating fish. I am pregnant in every dream that somebody has been pregnant in. I am the one. It's so crazy. It drives me crazy too, because I'd be like, who is this for? It better not be one of my kids. I call my oldest daughter, like, you ain't pregnant, are you? No, the thing is, I actually go through my mind with names. This is the weird thing, but I do. I start thinking of people. I'll think of people. And then if my brain gets stuck on a person, I know that's the person. And that's exactly what I do. I really do. It's crazy. Eating fish is seeing fish. See, mine, I'm always pregnant. I am. And I'm at different stages. Like I said, I could be anywhere in that pregnancy. Anywhere. It doesn't feel like a burden, LGG. It doesn't. I think that there was a part of it that, and I I just always felt like God knew that was not a part that I was equipped for. Um, but when I was little, probably about 8 or 9, my mom's best friend was murdered, and her boyfriend had murdered her. He shot her twice and stabbed her twice. And I remember the night we found out, which was the day that her body was found. Um, when I went to bed went to go to bed that night, I saw her. And she wasn't doing anything. She was just there. She was just hovering in the room. She didn't look, she wasn't shot, she wasn't bleeding. There was none of that happening. She didn't look scary. She looked just like herself, but it scared the life out of me. And I remember screaming and running to my mom, like, I just see Miss Erlene. Miss Erlene was in my room, blah, blah, blah. I was freaking out. And I think God knew that was not that would be a burden for me. That was not for me. And I've never seen a person since then. Never, and not unless it was in a dream, but not like in a space that I'm in. I've never seen another person. And I don't want to. I don't think that's my gift. So yeah, I do. I think it's a gift, Urban. It doesn't feel like a burden. So yeah. Hey, is it Gullah Girl? How you doing? Happy Sunday. So how's everybody doing? Do you feel like this conversation helped you maybe with something you've been dealing with? Because I know life be life. Really, Pastor, sometimes that is amazing. It's a gift, but it can be wild. You're right, Carbon. Wow. That's interesting, Urban. Yeah, I think that now everyone comes to me in my dreams. It hasn't even just been my mom. But I think they all come to me in my dreams because that's more more comfortable there. Even though I've had some emotional moments in my dreams, when it happens, I still am more comfortable there than if I was to see a silhouette or anything like that. I'm not here for that. Thank you, Lord, because I'm not built for that. That's not my gift. It's just not. But like I said, I only remember that happening that one time, and it never happened again. And I know, like, people will be like, "No, you just think you did." I saw her. I absolutely saw her. I am not confused. So yeah, it's weird. But y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long today. I just wanted to come on and kind of talk through that, and yeah, and I'm okay. Oh, and I also wanted to share. Oh, I really did. Let me do this because I did want to share this. God paused my gift when I asked too much. They had too much. Oh, you say had too much deja vu, like Groundhog Day. Thank you, Sugar. How are you? I know you got to go to work tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna put my I think I am. Yes. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. I don't think I'm gonna do it because I don't have it. Ain't that something? Let me do it real quick. I was gonna put first of all, Lydia Marie Best. It's so much stuff in my dang on ticker that I'm like, what is this? This is you. And I don't even think she's in here, even in the bushes. I was trying to put my email up here. Let's edit this one. Because I will be having the Tennessee Goddess on live Tuesday night. So the Tennessee Goddess is a firearm instructor out of Tennessee. And I just wanted her to come on and kind of answer some questions in a 2A space to maybe help some people who have questions, who have been on the fence kind of about firearms, but it's mainly because you want to know more information or just don't know enough to feel comfortable going into that space. Bad sugar. Y'all, you know what's crazy, girl? When you sent it, I was like, I'm okay, but why she think I'm not? I didn't even. You are so right, girl. Look, you had a premonition. She sure did. She texted me last night asking me if I was just saying she wanted to see if I was. Girl, now you making my skin, my hairs stand up on my skin. Cause she definitely did that, y'all. We gonna talk later, girl. Cause no, ma'am. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. No, ma'am. But I'm gonna text you. Jesus, girl. Sugar, you a Capricorn now. Okay, anyway. Um, Tennessee Goddess. So the reason I put my email address up there is if there's someone who has a question in regards to firearms, no matter what the question is, if it's about training, is it about the firearms themselves, whatever it may be, you can email your question. If you're not comfortable to ask that question in the chat, and you want the question asked, you can email it to me and I will write down questions that are being asked so that we can make sure we cover those things when she's on here Tuesday night. Now, mind you, she is only a licensed instructor in Tennessee, so she can really only speak to that type of thing for her state. But there's a lot of general questions that can be answered about firearms from anyone knowledgeable about them. Okay. So I wanted to Urban, that would have child. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because I don't even know if I like it that it's the day before, but yes, because I thought I y'all see how distracted I get by the chat, but I do. But yes, if you have questions, a question or questions that you would like to be asked during the live, you can email them to me if you may not feel comfortable to ask them in the chat. I am going to try to figure out, I don't really know. I know Ten's in here and I know Bayou in here. And they, both of them to me, are very savvy with the different programs with going live. But I know I've seen people put like a question box in the chat where people could put their questions and that it guarantees I'll see it and it doesn't get lost in the flow of the chat. You know, if somebody might be able to help me out there. Because then I could do that. And then if there are questions asked the night of the live, I don't miss them because the chat's flowing. I will see them in the chat, in the question box. I know there is something like that because I've seen other people do it. Oh, Tommy got a new video out. I'll have to check it out. I think I saw Broke had something out too, and I haven't seen it yet either. I haven't been on here, y'all. Clearly, you know why, but I haven't been on here. She did. Erica did. She did. Hey, Mike. My birthday is actually tomorrow, Mike. But you know, because I go live on Fridays, I figured I'd celebrate on Friday. It was a lot. It was a lot, sir, and it won't happen again. I promise you that. Look, all I got is this. This is all I'm gonna have from here on out. Cause y'all, why y'all let me do that? Why y'all let me do that? But yeah, I definitely want y'all to send in some questions for her. I'm gonna have some stuff to kind of get some conversation starters to kind of get things going of things that for me were questions as a new shooter um or someone new to the firearm space. I had a lot of questions. I'm just saying. I did. I do. LGG. But these were things that I had lined up. I had these thumbnails out early in the week. All three. Friday, today's, and my Tuesdays. Um, so yeah. I definitely want to do that though, because I've had some questions. I know I had a lot of questions, y'all. And now that I've been in the space for a little bit, I've gotten to know some of the instructors in the space. And I've gotten to know quite a few of the female instructors in the space. So although Tennessee Goddess would be my first one, I'm there's another few that I'm looking at. One especially because she's in New York, and New York is a different animal. It's different. Like it's just different. Just like California is different, Washington is different, Illinois is different. There's some states that are very difficult to be a firearms owner, and it's not so much that it's just difficult. It's more steps involved in doing it, opposed to, hey, Miss Felicia, opposed to somebody like me who can go into a store right now and buy however many I want to and walk out in 15 minutes with what I wanted that was there. Someone else in those states that I mentioned, either they have restrictions on not even being able to have certain ones. Maybe it's a restriction on how many um, the capacity of their magazine for their firearm. There's just a lot of different factors depending on the states that you're in, and understanding the rules for those states. So, like I said, with her, she's going to be able to talk about some things only from Tennessee, and she probably won't get into the woods of a lot of that stuff. Um, Child, somebody asking me, did I make it home yesterday? But they asking me right now, sir, I made it home. It's my cousin. He took my daughter yesterday to this little fun place, and they came back before I got back in town. And I was like, "Oh, she's fine. She got a key. Take her home. I'll be there in about an hour. I'm on my way." And because I never answered yesterday if I made it home, find time to ask me. It's 7:30 on Sunday. That was yesterday. My baby done been home all by herself. Yes, New York is an animal. Yes, it is. Is that Miss J.K. Gardner? I see Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, J3GS. Did I see? Hey, Queen. I felt like I saw her icon. Oh no, I didn't. That wasn't her. Okay. I was gonna say I felt like I saw her icon. I tell you, people, no, what it is somebody probably told him about my brother and I haven't yet. That's what that is. You know how people text you like out the like, mind you, I got home at like 6 o'clock yesterday. So from 6 o'clock to now, you just no, somebody's told him, and this is his end to, oh, I just was checking to make sure you made it home. And I could say, well, I did, but this happened. I can't don't beat around the bush. Just ask your question. Get on my nerves. Hey, Mama Shirley, you was taking a nap. So the people who just came in, not to y'all missed a lot of it. Y'all probably had to go back some of it, watch some of it, of all the things that I discussed. But my baby brother, which I think I told you, I know I did, Mama Shirley, what was going on there. He actually passed today. So, and I know you're going to call me. And that's okay. You can. But he passed today, roughly sometime between 2:30 and 3. So, I just got back actually an hour before I started the live, from the hospital. But yes. So I just, wanted to share, the fact that in spite of that, I am thankful for the relationship that I had with him. Both me and my older brother and my baby brother, we were all close. So yeah, and I'm just thankful for that. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Mike. Um, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you, sis. Um, thank you, J3. I I'm doing good though. Thank you, girl dad. I'm doing good though. My brother is doing okay. One of my nieces just tried to call me. I just saw that one of my older brother's babies. Actually the one I raised. I don't know if I know I've shared that on here before, but I raised one of my older brother's daughters. So hey Patrick G. Hey CP family. And she probably was calling to check on me. She's probably the one of my nieces and nephews who calls me most. And that's probably because I raised her. So there's that. But yeah, I will call her back. But I am okay. I really am. I'm just happy he's not suffering. I kind of felt like he was. And so did my older brother. So, you know, that was rough. That was rough. Yeah, that's always rough, seeing somebody going through something and there's nothing you can do but just pray and, let our medical science do what it does. Hope for the best. So yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Queen. Um, but also for those of you guys who came in a little bit later, in case you missed that, with my email going across the screen, I put that there because I will be having the Tennessee Goddess on here Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we are going to talk about some things with firearms, answer some questions. Like I said, when I started in this world, I had a lot of questions. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to ask the men. And it wasn't for any reason of saying, oh, I was intimidated or anything like that. It had nothing to do with that. I wanted to talk to the ladies because I'm a lady, first of all. And second of all, men don't carry or gravitate always to the same type of firearms that women do. So I wanted to see like what women were doing, like how they were carrying. That's why I did a video sharing that, um, what they were carrying. And it wasn't so that I could go get that, because let me tell you, that's not what you want to do. You always want to find what's comfortable for you. But when I asked what they carried, I asked why. Why did you choose that? What was it about it? I had those kind of questions. I wanted to understand, and that's helped me. Patrick, I wondered that. I saw that somewhere. I saw you somewhere. Why you change your name? I'm so glad y'all had this conversation, because I was like, Patrick G. I Hey fam, thank you. Um, I'm so sick of you. I'm glad I know now, because Patrick, I surely wondered, like, is that Patrick Irie? Sir. Anyway, um, yes, ma'am, I do. And I'm okay with that. I do. I absolutely do know that. Um, So yes, but again, the email. Send me questions that you might have for the Tennessee Goddess. If you don't feel comfortable to ask your question in the chat, because I know sometimes people don't feel comfortable because they feel like, oh, people gonna think this about my question. We're not. Hey, exemplar consultant, how are you? Um, I'm done with you, Patrick. I am done. But sometimes people are uncomfortable, and I know they are because I've had people before I decided to do stuff like this when I would be on other platforms watching. People will say, You're not scared to ask." Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. Thank you. Um, y'all. Hey, Burner Girl. Ha! Bam. Anyway, hold on, y'all. I see y'all comments. Thank you, everybody. I was trying to get out of here and hold it together. Anyway, Tennessee Goddess. She will be on here Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, to answer questions and just chat with me. So if you have any questions that you um, would like answers to, thank you, everybody. Email them to me. And no question, trust me, is a dumb question. I asked a lot of questions when I was starting. I mean, a lot. A lot. And I actually had, at the time that I started, I knew Erica was in the space, and I knew Carbon was in the space. And they probably were the two main people I asked a lot of the questions to, because, like I said, I wanted to ask women. And they got me, sorry, y'all. They got me kind of connected with other women in the space from other platforms and on YouTube. So I was able to follow their journey and kind of see what they were doing, how they were carrying, what they were carrying, how they were training. Like that's a lot. Something that they get into, doing more tactical training and things like that. So I've been able to watch what they're doing, and that helped. And a lot of them answered questions for me as well. So, like I said, I'm of course Tennessee Goddess is the first one that's going to come on and chat with us, but I do have some other people in mind that I would like to have on the platform, if I can, and that you could talk to, because we're not all in the same state, and every state has their set of rules when it comes to firearms. So getting to know that and understand that so that you are going about things properly is important. And also, you know, just, knowing fundamentally a lot of things when it comes to firearms. I'm still learning. That's why I get so uncomfortable talking about it, because I'm very basic in my knowledge when it comes to that. I'm not one of those people who can, rattle out a lot of technical information when it comes to firearms. I'm just not. I know why I like something, but that's about it. Thank you, Patrick. Um, it's going to be great, Miss Felicia. She's a really cool person. She usually, I probably don't follow him, and he's a little hard to follow because his name is a lot. But is a YouTuber that goes by ITT. Of course, some of the people in the community, the 2A community, probably follow him. But she's been on his panel many a times, and she know her stuff. She know her stuff. So, like I said, I figured I would. Hey, Grand Acres, I would start with her. Definitely have somebody in mind for New York, because, like I said, New York is a different animal. And if I could, you know, find someone, I'm not sure if I know anyone in the other states that are a little tougher on the female side. Don't get me wrong, I know men who are in the space, when it comes to firearms, which is, like I said, hearing it from a male's perspective to female, I haven't seen a lot of difference there, other than, we carry sometimes a lot different. We have way more options than they do. But we carry different than they do. And most times we're definitely carrying smaller firearms than they are in size, because our hands are smaller most times. And because we want to be able to conceal them, so we choose things that are more concealable and for us. And sometimes for them, they can go a little larger and it still be concealable for them. So, yeah. Who was that? I just saw somebody say they got to leave. Who was that? So I could say bye. LP, you have a great start to your week too. Thank you. I admire your strength. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Carmen. Carmen posted his channel, ITT's channel. I'm not from this planet. But she's on there a lot of times with him when he goes live. It's another guy that's on there with him too. I can't remember who that is. But it's always a good conversation. So yeah. But like I said, I just wanted to have her on, because a lot of times, like I said, my questions when I started, I were more for the women, understanding more what women were doing, more so than the men, because I don't carry like a man. I'm just saying. So yeah, I just had a lot of questions in that, like what are people carrying, why you chose it. I wish, I don't even remember. Was that on My Fly Family's channel when Frosty and all them were on the panel? We've done a live on a couple channels. We took over 2A and LA's channel a couple times, and one of those times we had a lot of ladies from the 2A space on the panel. And we took over My Fly Family's channel, I believe, too. Me too, Erica. Listen, 1000%. Me too. Um, and even then, we usually the ladies will like share what they're carrying. And we also took over the turkeys, the tactical turkeys. We done took over some channels. And when I say we, because I know y'all like, who is we? Me, Carbon, and Erica. Me, Carbon, and Erica. Look, they be letting us in the door. The turkeys, 2A in LA, My Fly Family, they done let us in the door. And we just come in there and take over. And it's a good time. But every lady usually is carrying something different. I don't think I've ever been on a panel where anybody's carrying the same firearm as their carry. And they share what it is and why they chose that one. Everybody chooses different. That's why I tell people, like, don't let somebody tell you what you should get. If you ask somebody what's a good firearm for a woman to get, and they say blah blah blah, whatever that firearm is, that's the person you don't need to be listening to. Nobody can tell you what you're going to be comfortable with. Nobody can tell you that. You have to go out and you have to handle it and you have to fire it and you have to see what it feels like for you and how comfortable you are with it. It can be different for everyone. Just saying. I didn't. Would Jova say? Let me see. I'm sorry. Are you premiered on Trinity Arms? Did we take over y'all too? We took over Trinity? You know why I don't remember, because y'all stopped doing content, but I know it's a lot going on. We did. Matter of fact, who did we have on there though? We did no, we didn't. Were y'all the first one? Was Trinity first? Yeah, look at how many people done let us in the door. Trinity, Arms. No, I thought I had y'all hoodie on for a minute. It was Trinity, Arms and Gear, Tactical Turkeys, My Fly Family, 2A in LA. We took over 4 male YouTube channels. They let the ladies take the panel. And we make them a good show too. We'll reach out to people because we're all different in different areas of our knowledge when it comes to firearms. And so we'll bring in some ladies to make it a good conversation. So I kind of wanted to do that here just so that some questions could be answered, some things that you might be wondering or you might want to ask, but you're not really always comfortable asking. That's why I put my email up there, because I know sometimes people just aren't comfortable asking the question, but they have a question that they want answered. And if you don't think of that question until the show, if you want to email me during the show, you just have to put something on the screen in the chat and hope that I see it saying I sent you an email in order for me to look. But I am going to have a question box so that you can ask questions during the live if I can figure out how to do it. I'm going to try to. So you could figure it out. I mean, so you could put it there and then it guarantees that I see it and I don't lose it. It doesn't get lost in the chat. So yeah, I have to go feed one. Okay, I'll talk to you later, Miss Cheryl. You know you can reach out. I'll talk to you later. They got tired of me kicking down open doors. I know that's right. They was letting us in freely though, because quite honestly, I'm trying to think. I want to say we was asked. We were asked by every one of them. We didn't go knocking on doors like, hey, can we use your panel to? No, we were asked. And none of them knew the other ones was asking. It was weird like that. Like at the same time, we had 3 different channels asking us if we would like, or just saying, y'all should come up and do a live on use our panel to do a live. All three. Well, the three I'm talking about, I think My Fly Family. I think that might have been Erica's brainchild, and she pulled us in with that. But the other three channels, 2A in LA, Tactical Turkeys, Trinity, they all asked, and we came, and they're all different types of channels at that. They're all 2A, but they all cover different conversations, and all the same at the same time, but it's just different conversations, and all good channels. And Trinity needs to come back. I think it's getting close to time. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I you know what, that wasn't even a slight though. I just didn't even think about that, Joe Boss. So thank you for reminding me. On a live from Trinity. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you, Joe. By that, I had to really think about it because I was like, wait. But that the reason why is because y'all just y'all haven't been there, and you're right, we did. We did. You know I love you, Joe Boss. Don't act like that. My first I bought online, I didn't like shooting it. Yep. Listen, I have one that wasn't even my first. It was I want to say it was my third. And I bought it because it was such a good deal. It was on sale and it had a rebate. And it's my least favorite of all of my firearms. I'm not going to go as far as to say I don't really, but I'm not going to go as far as to say I don't like it. It is very much my least favorite. I don't like the trigger. I think even Joe Biden tried to see if he could find where I could switch out the trigger at one point on this firearm. Like, it's been over a year ago that he did that. He wasn't even the only one. I think Fam did the same thing. And I want to say Zach, Fat Guy with Guns. I think they all tried to find if I will be able to do that. And I don't think there is one that for that particular firearm where you could swap it out for a different trigger. So yeah. I still shoot it, but I don't like it. Hey, Brig G. But yes, thank you, Carbon. Carbon dropping them for y'all so that she's dropping the links to the channels. The turkeys, I saw Trinity, and y'all already, I'm sure 2A in LA was put in there, but y'all already know how to get there. But oh shoot, my heart just dropped. I was reading something. She talking to somebody else. Yours was bullies and took over. Yeah, we was bullies. No, we didn't take over. They asked us. They invited us in. Shut up, Erica. We didn't threaten nobody. Y'all be in all the leather and lace. And no, you came and checked our mail. I did? You know, me and our mail is cool too. But y'all know I will go back and forth on some stuff, but our mail is cool. You terrible. I checked our mail. Girl, bye. I'm not even reading that out loud, Erica. Gun safety and safe words. I don't see the difference. Hey, pescatarian. Listen to you ladies makes me think I need to step my game up and get more. It's Miss Kia. Let me tell you something. No. First of all, I've been I guess you could say reeled back in. It's a rabbit hole. First of all, once you start talking about having multiple ones, like I probably have more than I need to have. I do have more than I need to have. But then it was brought to my attention that there are certain ones that I do need to have and I don't have. So I pump the brakes because I need to have, I do have something for home protection. I mean, I'm sure y'all saw my Grab 5 and Flee. Y'all know I have an AR, but I want a shotgun for home protection and I don't have one. So that's probably be my next one that I get. I just have a fondness for nines. So I have a lot of them. I like big guns and I cannot lie because I do. So don't go down that rabbit hole, honey, because it's expensive. It's expensive. She always trying to claim that urban. She knows she is not at all. She the sour of the Sour Patch Kid. Mm-mm. Hey, Shawnee, how you doing, sis? Y'all see I fell behind that. She is the worst. Erica is the worst one. Hey, Liddy B. I'm just trying to catch up. Y'all. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Happy Sunday. Y'all, I don't know if y'all, because some of y'all came in later. I was like, I think I still am. I'm like 9 subs away from 4,000. Yep, 9 subs away. Yay! Hey, Gardner Ebron, how are you? Oh, I appreciate you, fam. It's easier when you keep the same calibers and yep, that'd be my excuse. Yeah, but you do need the largest is better for the home protection. I caught up, y'all. Let me check if I'm subbed on my other account. Ooh, go ahead, girl, come sub. Hey, Tigsy, how you doing, sis? I know it's coming. Y'all know because you know I have to do a giveaway. That's just who I am. It is a party, Pescatarian. Look, Pescatarian, I already know. Sounds like a party. It's coming. Oh, I'm sure I will. I don't even really usually be looking, but YouTube be trying to let me know, like, oh, did you see this? And I was like, oh, didn't notice. But yeah, y'all know, because some of y'all came from there, that Lid's been shouting me out a lot. So my numbers have been jumping. Thank you, Lid. If you watching, he has, y'all. I appreciate him too. But he has. He's been shouting me out, um, encouraging people to come follow the channel. And I'm glad it is happening now because I feel like going into like the end of last year, so like September on, I really started trying to put a little bit more into my content and just being consistent and dropping content. So every Monday, I have been dropping a video for a while now. And then this month, you guys are going to get more videos because I'm recording more content. So far, like this week, thank you, Jay. Thank you. So far, this week, why y'all keep doing this? I think I did 3. I accidentally dropped 2 of them on the same day. I did do 3. I had Monday, Thursday. I had to pull one back because I realized 2 dropped on Thursday and then 1 dropped yesterday. So I need to go see. If y'all haven't, I dropped the community garden yesterday. Thursday was at the tomatoes. I don't remember. It might have been me dropping tomatoes seed, getting the tomatoes going. I don't remember for sure. But yeah. So I've been trying to drop more consistently, but I've been also, because we're getting into the season, recording more. So I'm like, I'm trying to keep them current. So you're not getting videos later that I'm doing now. So you're getting them in real closer in real time. And yeah, I appreciate you, Jay. I do. Um, okay, just got to you went that's what you said be right back for. You went and sub from different I appreciate you, sis. Um, see you, Carmen. Thank you, sis. Love you, girl. Um, okay. I would just wanted to make sure I was caught up on the chat. Yeah, I am gonna get out of here. I knew I probably wasn't gonna stay on for a whole 2 hours today, but I'm serious. If you have a question in regards to anything with firearms, even if you want to know if there's an instructor in your state, because I know some people I have tried to help in that matter, like if they um were looking for someone in their state. In some states, I just couldn't find someone in that state. I don't know all the people. I just know some people I can ask. She may know more people because she's a little bit more into that community, where she's probably networked with people in other places. So if you're looking for an instructor in your state, she may be able to help you there. If you're not particular as to if it's a male or female instructor, child, Texas. Yeah, I know you playing. You saw my face. I'm like, now you better be happy. I almost cussed. Because I'm like, I know you lying. I know you lying. I better look, I better see a laugh. I'm about to say, I better see a laugh emoji or something because there's no way you looking for somebody in Texas. Because what? I was like, wait a minute. Texas? Hey, you live in a bubble? We don't need it, but hey, what are you saying you need in Texas? Are we still in the firearm conversation? Because as far as I knew, Texas was like that that's not an issue. Am I did I miss something in the chat or are we still on firearms? Hey, Ibrahim, stop playing with me. How long you been in Texas? Your whole life or you just moved there? Now that I do. I mind mine. I ain't looking for nothing. No trouble. I do mind mine. But if you're serious, I will impose that question. I know that there's gotta be plenty. And are you talking about an instructor? Is it an instructor for Texas? I will ask. I'm not laughing like, oh my God. I'm just saying, I know Texas is pretty, I don't know, they might be more freer than, than Ohio, and I could do everything. I didn't think stop playing with me, Ebron. You a military brat? You ain't looking for no you ain't looking for no instructor. You know what? Gina, he knew the firearms. I don't think he is. You just see he said he a military brat. You brought being funny. I'm gonna send somebody to for instruction to you, and they gonna bring your watermelon seeds when they come. I need someone I can trust. It's different out here. Okay. If you're serious, I seriously will ask there. I'm pretty dang sure there's someone or someone's in Texas, and there's a lot of great people in this community. Really is. I just can't off the top of my head think of someone that's there, but I know there is some people there. Hey, for your information, happy Sunday. I know. I had to run them in the seas back up. Because I never did send them because I didn't get your address, but I was gonna send them for real. Don't play with me, Ebron. You know I was gonna send. What part of Texas? What part? Ebron, I forgot Sunshine is in Texas. You know an instructor or some? She might know a couple because she keep her nose to the streets of these YouTube streets. It just didn't. Thank you. That puts me over 399. um, yeah, she's in Texas, North Dallas. What's name is in Dallas. But I don't know if you know any instructors. David Corey. I'm sure you knew that, Ebron, because you've been on panels with him. But yeah, he's in Dallas. I need. I'm not in that area. Yeah, I would definitely ask around. I really thought you was teasing me, but I will really ask around because I know that we probably have lots of them in Texas, and if usually um, most of the people in the community are just really. I've met a lot of them in person at the event I went to last year, and just really cool people. Really are just everyday people who are enthusiasts when it comes to firearms a lot of times. And like I said, some of them are instructors or um um people to help you get in your CCWs, stuff like that. I actually need an instructor to teach. Awesome. Awesome. I'm gonna find out. Ebron. Oh, she's talking to you. Okay. Oh, yes. That's who I belong to, sis, Range USA. But I didn't get instruction from the guys there, but they do have classes. And Range USA, at least here, and I'm sure that's probably everywhere, but I know here, I think it's every third Saturday is just women in the morning. The ladies just meet up to there's an instructor there. So if you're new to them, the instructor is there and will help you through it. Or if you're somebody who comes in all the time, you don't have to deal with the fellas taking up the stalls. The women get all of it. So I haven't been on a women's day because I just randomly go when I go. But I do know that they offer that. It's the second Saturday. Is that everywhere, Mike? Or is that for you? Because I thought it was the third for me. Because I was just looking it up recently. Um, I forget why I was looking it up now that I think about it, but I was. And I thought it was the third. Okay. Um yeah, but there are some instructors out there who like the one I want to bring on from New York. I know a couple of them in New York, but the one I want to bring on, she's the kids are where she mostly does her instruction. She also does adults, but her majority um, is kids. First Saturday. Oh, so it's different for different states. There we go. Gotcha. Mike said his way is second. Grand Acre says it's first. And I want to say mine is third. Because I was just looking it up not that long ago. Um, yeah, and I can't find it quick enough, so I'm not even gonna um oh, there it is. Lady shot, lady something, lady shoots or something they call it. Lady sure shoots. It is because I could be wrong of what I'm saying for my city. That's the only reason why I wanted to look. It is the second. It's the second, Mike. Second Saturday of every month for from 8:30 to 10. My bad. It is the second Saturday here. Um, I'm in that area, so I have trust issues with them. Understood. And you also should be prepared because they are, and their babies and their wives. Very much so. There's a group for women called A Girl and a Gun. Yes, I've heard of that. I've heard of that group. You taking notes. Show up Tuesday night, guys, though. Tuesday night, I'll have Tennessee Goddess, and we will ask questions to her as well. She may know someone in these other states that she could refer. And even if not, we'll know that you're looking, and we can kind of look and see if we know anybody or are aware of anybody. And maybe if we do find people, I can do like a community post and post like names where you can go find them either here or maybe IG, because even with Tennessee Goddess, I don't think she does content on this side, but she is on IG. So, and she could be other places, but I follow her on IG. So yeah, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yep, and the thumbnail is that out there. So I know Carbon left. Liddy B, are you still here? Or Urban? Urban, you still? Anybody who's a mod? Is there a mod in the house? Can y'all post my thumbnail if you are? Not my thumbnail, the link to the live. The link to the live, and then you can go and do the hit the notification so that when the live starts, you'll get a notification for it. Erica, go get the link. Yes, and if she has questions, she can ask that too during the live as well. My link to Tuesday night's live. That's what I need. If you could post it in the chat, and then people can hit that link, hit the notification, so that you don't miss it. Because sometimes I think when I'm doing stuff on a different schedule, because I noticed like with my video that dropped yesterday, it didn't get as many views as my videos typically do when they drop, like on a Monday, which makes me think that it didn't get pushed out the same when it dropped on YouTube. So a lot of you probably didn't even know I dropped a video yesterday. So yeah, and I don't think big of it. I'm just, when I see it, I'm like, yeah, probably didn't push it out like that. So it hadn't at that time hadn't picked up as many views when I looked at it, and that was way earlier today. Thank you guys. Carbon, I thought you supposed to be taking care of stuff outside of here. I appreciate you, sis. So if y'all hit the link that they're dropping in the chat, it'll take you to the link, the thumbnail for that live. Just hit that notification so that you make sure you are notified when the live starts, and it doesn't start and you don't know, because we get busy. I know I do. And so you don't miss it. All right. All right, y'all. I'm about to head out of here. I gotta go get myself together. But I love you guys. Let's have a great week. Y'all, I got a couple of days off because my birthday's tomorrow. So I ain't working on my birthday. Stop playing with me. So I got a couple of days off. We actually have decent weather right now. Today it was in the 60s. Tomorrow I think we're getting the 60s again. And I think it's supposed to be in the 70s on Tuesday. So I'm trying to get some stuff done while we have a little bit of nice weather. So I'm trying to get some content for you guys too. So yeah. Awesome, Queen. I know it's probably said to notify you. Read your comment. Uh-oh, did I miss something, Mike? I'm sorry. As far as a firearm instruction, Range USA is under. Oh, okay. Under the USCCA's guidelines. I'm on the line. Awesome. Okay. So that was for Ebron, maybe for and really for anybody in the chat. Really for anybody in the chat. And I've actually talked to one of the instructors at my range, and he's a really nice guy. I just had already gone. I was way past that by the time I met with him, but I did instruction with somebody within the community. So sometimes there's those folks that are in the community that can help you. Is pouring rain there? Nope. We're actually having good weather right now. Thank you, Queen. Those who wanted to know. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Yes, Ebron. So make sure y'all tune in. And like I said, if you have questions, I'm at figure out that question box. But if you know ahead of time and you want to email them to me, you could do that. Hey, Grammy, email them to me. That's why I have the email address going across the screen. And then I will have all the questions present to ask her to kind of keep the conversation going. I have questions already in my mind that I want to ask. And we'll just start because there's going to be a lot less of this from me because I want you guys to take what you can from her. I don't have all the knowledge and information. I know a little bit, but I want you to be able to get what you need from her answered. Okay. All right. It's 50 there today. It got to 60 here. Yes, but you get a little chill from that water, Mama Shirley. So that doesn't surprise me. All right, guys. Everybody. I'm glad I just saw this because I see Pepper Rookie's name came up because of how I have my Nightbot set up. Those who don't know, Pepper Rookie is back in the hospital. The reason he's back in the hospital is because the incision they made in his leg to release the swelling from his blood clot is not healing properly. So they're going to go in and do some other procedure, and then they're going to handle the way that they're I think they're gonna, because they've been doing some kind of wrapping on it that was causing the issue because it was the tape from it was tearing his skin. So they're not going to do that so that it can heal. So when I checked on him, and I saw he messaged me today too because I checked on him today, but I checked on him yesterday, and that's when he kind of gave me more information about what was going on. And he asked me to share it with the community. So I'm sharing it. I almost forgot because so much is happening. But he is back in the hospital, which I think he did a short on his channel that showed that, but he didn't go into detail about what was going on. But like I said, from what I can tell, his spirits are okay. But yeah, his son has been doing a lot for him, helping him with the garden and stuff. So he's good with that. But yeah, so he is back in the hospital. But he is, hopefully they get this other procedure done and he's able to go home hopefully next week. Well, this week. And I'll keep you guys posted if he lets me know anything. But he did do a short. Yep. He definitely asked me to share the more information that he had given me in regards to that. The fact that it was the bandaging was becoming an issue because it was tearing the skin, causing his incision for that where they cut him open to get bigger instead of it healing. So yeah, it's a lot. Great. Okay. I just wanted to see what was happening in chat, see if I missed anything. Somebody did post what is it, the USCCA? Yes. I couldn't even get it out. I started thinking about an acronym for something with my job, and then I was like, wait. So yeah, somebody dropped that link. Miss Felicia did. So if you want to check that out. So yeah. I thank everybody for hanging out with me and let me share what was going on with me. Hopefully, I was able to speak something into someone who's maybe been carrying something that they need to release from themselves. And yeah, I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Now, and keep me in prayer because listen, everybody needs it and I do too. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Good night. Have a good evening.